I would like to ask Meg, our board president, to lead our sermon today.
Well, I want to say I hope you're getting to feel better, Donna, and I'm honored to be able to read your words. These are Donna's words, not mine. I might embellish a few things, but these are all her words, and she prepared this sermon, so I'm just reading it for her. In 2024, we thought we were back to normal after the COVID epidemic. I would love to report that 2025 has been a year of peace, love, and tranquility, but unfortunately, that is not the case. But instead of regaling you with the hard stuff first, I would like to point out a few positives for us. There were no hurricanes here in Jacksonville. The Jaguars are in first place in their division. Duval! Riverfront Plaza has been revitalized with more improvements to come, and we have a booming real estate market. Affecting all of us are AI advancements that can initiate major improvements, and there has been breakthroughs in diabetes prevention and cancer treatments. The first American was elected Pope, and I would say I think so far he's doing a pretty good job. Of note, 2025 was the warmest and most disaster-prone on record. Many areas experienced fires, floods, typhoons, and dangerous weather conditions. Make America Great Again, Donald Trump, was inaugurated as our 47th president and quickly chose Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be in charge of the Make America Healthy Again movement, causing consternation over his immunization logic. Elon Musk was put in charge of government efficiency, with many workers losing their jobs and lack of funding affecting many Americans, and I will say those all over the world. ICE was initiated and increased enforcement against illegal immigrants, including here in Florida with our notorious alligator Alcatraz, and detainment and deportation, disrupting families, job vacancies, and much hardship. Then Trump's tariffs introduced the affordability crisis, with rising prices and employers cutting costs, including payrolls and jobs, and disrupting global trade. Major war conflicts include the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the Gaza war, an extensive famine, and the Sudanese civil war. But I am happy to report, this is my addition, that according to Fox News, the war on Christmas has been won. There were 391 mass shootings in the U.S. and 13,900 shooting deaths. Florida is number one for reporting scams and fraudulent reports. The Epstein files related to sexual abuse were a major topic, thought to implicate many notables, and I'm sure there is much more to come on that in 2026. And gender issues still took a lot of time and attention of politicians regarding bans on medical care, as well as use of pronouns. There has been a rise in anti-Semitism, with over 9,300 incidents in the U.S., with some of them being fatal. On a lighter note, the architects of AI are Time's 2025 Person of the Year, chosen for delivering the age of thinking machines, for wowing and worrying humanity, for transforming the present and transcending the possible. Advances in AI and tech are producing android machine workers and robots, which will certainly affect our work environment and even our homes. China already has 2 million of them working in factories, and the US is rushing to catch up. The old world is dying, and the new world struggles to be born. A quote from Wit and Wisdom. Let's move on to choices of the year. Oxford Word of the Year is rage bait, defined as online content deliberately designed to elicit anger or outrage by being offensive, provocative, or frustrating. Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year is slop, used to define mud and now used to describe poor work generated by AI. The Cambridge Word of the Year is parasocial, which is a connection one feels to a person they do not know, probably referring to someone like Taylor Swift. Now, I added this because I've heard that one of the other words of the year is something called 6-7. I have no idea what it means, but it seems to be being talked about a lot. 6-7. Olivia and Noah were the most popular baby names. Pantone's color of the year for 2026 is Cloud Dancer, a soft, airy white representing calm and fresh starts in a hectic world. McCormick's flavor of the year is Black Currant. Time magazine picks are these: Entertainer of the Year, Leonardo DiCaprio; Athlete of the Year, WNBA star Aja Wilson, who plays basketball; Breakthrough of the Year, Pop Culture's K-pop hunters; CEO of the Year, YouTube's Neil Mohan. I have a page mixed up. Here is a list of the celebrities and notables who have died in 2025. Pope Francis, Charlie Kirk, a right-wing activist, Jane Goodall, Jimmy Carter, and Dick Cheney. Actors include Gene Hackman, Robert Redford, June Lockhart, Donald Sutherland, Loretta Swift, Richard Chamberlain, Chris Christopherson, Martin Mull, Rob Reiner, Ruth Buzzy, Lonnie Anderson, Dame Maggie Smith, Diane Keaton, June Lockhart, Val Kilmer, and just this morning we learned Bridget Bardot has died. Singers and musicians: Roberta Flack, Ozzy Osbourne, Connie Francis, Quincy Jones, Tito Jackson, and Sly Stone. Sportsmen include Hulk Hogan, George Foreman, Bob Uecker, O.J. Simpson, Dick Button, and Fuzzy Zellers. Members and friends of our own congregation of UUCJ who passed in 2025. Marcia Collins' father in California, Harvey Scholl, Sharon Scholl's husband, John Cooper, Dick Carrick, and I'll have to ask Layla how to pronounce his last name, Dick Karakis, Layla's partner, Ames Guyton, husband of Catherine Caston, Dr. James Benedict Crooks, husband of Laura Crooks, Donald Lohman, Sean Murphy, brother-in-law of Betsy Durling, and sadly in Fernandina, Sam Lane. Many of us have or are experiencing grief. Here is an explanation by Jamie Anderson. Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All of that unspent love gathers up in the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and in the hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go. It is our hope that the unhoused homeless people of Jacksonville experience love, but perhaps they died alone under difficult circumstances. As we read their names and light a candle for them, hold them in your heart and send them love. Unfortunately, there are many names, 40 to be exact, which is proof that the situation of the care of the unhoused is a profound problem, not only here in Jacksonville, but throughout the country. I would like to invite Barbara Robinson and Todd Bettis to light the candles as we read the names together. After the name is read, Hope Clayton will sing Remember Me, accompanied by Benita Wyke. Anthony Jerome Perry, Bernard Wright, Bobby Smith, Brian Worley, Burnell Johnson, Carlos A. Rivera, Chester Moss, Cynthia Cull, Darren Taylor, David Bazard, David Lowe, Domingo Acosta, Donald Prescia, Gary Paget, James Phillips, James Nolan, Jordan Hayes, Joshua Christopher Thomas, Johnny Wright, Julianne Marie Campbell, Larry T. Davis, Linda Hagans, Marshall Washington, Manuel de Jesus Rodriguez, Mickey Sott, Milford Bale, Nikki F., Randy Simmons, Robert Newman, Robert Mills Jr., Robert Lynn, Roger Lawrence Borkham, Roger G. Glover, Sarah Ann Darrington, Sean Elliott Haggis, Shantuan Neely, Teresa Bellevue, Thomas Russell Lagobolo, Tiffany Rashida Clark, Will Roberts.